so as somebody who is recovering from a weekend of sickness, I thought that I would share with you some of the things that I use when I am sick to kind of help aid in my recovery, and then also how I slowly shift back into my workout routine after having spent 3 or 4 days on my couch. So the first thing I want to emphasize here is you do not want to go from 0 to 100. You cannot go from laying on your couch for 3 days to jumping right back into the workouts that you were doing pre-sickness. It does not work that way. Your body's going to go into shock, so you have to take it slow. So the first thing that I tell people to do is start with a warm-up day. And I'm talking use your 5-pound weights, your lowest level resistance band, just move all of your major muscle groups just to get yourself moving again. Another big part of this is stretching. I am a big stretcher even while I am still sick, because for me, if I've been physically sick, specifically my abdomen and my back muscles cramp up so bad. And so it's really important that I keep those as loose as I can. From there, after you have that day of, well, not just a day, I would say a couple of days worth of just reworking those muscle groups and getting them used to moving again, then I would say slowly work your weights back up from there. And when I say slowly, I mean like 5 pounds at a time max. I would also refrain from doing bodyweight exercises for a while, just because that is a lot on your muscles when you haven't done it for several days. And so take your time working back into the bodyweight exercises. Just spend some time with the lower weight free weights, lower resistance bands, and just slowly work yourself back up to doing those other workouts. Now, in terms of some of my sick essentials, if you have been physically ill, not only are you dehydrated, but you've also lost all of your electrolytes. So what I always tell people to do is mix water with Gatorade. Gatorade will make sure that you get your electrolytes back, and then obviously the water will help you rehydrate yourself. If you are just drinking water, you're not helping yourself because you're not getting the electrolytes back. So it's really important that you do both. Now, I typically start with a third Gatorade, 2/3 water, and then slowly work my way back up to just straight Gatorade. The other thing I like to do, as I said, my abdomen and my back muscles cramp up from being physically sick, and so I rely on these Salonpas patches. These are a miracle. So these are the large ones, and what I typically will do is put one directly across my lower back, and that will help loosen up some of those muscles to the point where you can at least stretch them out a little bit. And as always, and I say this because I struggle to do this, if you are sick, if you are contagious, please stay home. Nobody wants your germs. If you are a fellow productivity guilt girly like myself, I get it, it's hard, but the responsible thing for you to do is keep your germs at home and then go back to work when you are feeling A, like you could physically do your job, and B, you're not going to infect everybody else. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye.